What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jay Weezy. Welcome to Jay Weezy's World. So, forgive me, I'm a little stuffed up. It's allergies, Arizona, monsoon season. It is what it is, but it's a beautiful Saturday in paradise. And it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I don't have my stand, so I'm kind of holding this with my hand, so I apologize if there's a little bit of movement. But I wanted to take a moment and talk about like post 5K takeaways and feedback. This is not advice. I'm not a pro runner by any means, but I think it's important to hear the experience and the takeaways. And there's a couple things that I want to talk about. So the first one I want to talk about is, and it was good advice after the fact, is being cognizant of my hydration and what I'm eating. And so more so the hydration is where it impacted me. Is I was hydrated, but it's basically one of my friends was like, hey, don't overdrink too much because you want to be aware that you might have to use the restroom during the race. So be hydrated, but make sure race day you're cognizant of what you're drinking and how much you're drinking, which came to fruition during the race because that morning I got up, drank water, had a coconut water, and just like, hey, like I want to make sure I'm hydrated. But during the race, I'm like, man, don't want to be TMI, but I got to go use the restroom. And so that's pretty much one of the main things I was thinking about is, okay, once this wraps up, I'm going to go use the restroom. And so good advice from an ex-runner of just being cognizant of how you prepare with that, so that way the ones and twos don't start calling and hollering at you. So that's number one for me, is just because even during the race with my water pack, even when I'm in the gym, all I ever take is like a sip just to kind of wet my mouth. I'm not just chugging water, but I definitely probably overhydrated the morning before the actual race. So that's number one. The second thing is I want to put some respect on the pavement and just the different terrain. I think that if you're going to do a 5K, a big takeaway for me is that obviously the treadmill and in-gym cardio is very much different than outdoors. I'm aware of that, but if you're not doing it enough, it's definitely going to be a difference. I'm 300 plus pounds, and so when you're walking or running on pavement, you're pushing, right? The treadmill is kind of doing the work for you. You're just keeping up with the speed. And so you feel it more in your calves, you feel it more in your knees, and so it's a different type of pressure. And plus there is the pounding of the pavement. So for me, a takeaway is that if I continue to want to do these, which I will, is get outside and do more outside cardio. The weather's starting to cool down now, so definitely going to take advantage of that and go to different colleges and get on the tracks and go to different parks and just integrate some of the outdoor cardio with what I'm currently doing inside of the gym. So that's number two, is do more outside cardio. Number three is stretching. So I stretched before the race, but in retrospect now, because I have what's called, I guess based on my Google research, runner's knee. And so not so much in my right, but definitely in the left, because when towards the end of the race, I felt like a tweak in my knee, and I was like, oh man, okay, that might be a problem. Not an injury, but so imagine like when you have a good leg day, and then day 2 and 3, your legs are just, you feel the soreness, what have you, because you killed it, you crushed it. And imagine that just kind of around your kneecap. And so the fact that I felt like I didn't stretch well, in addition to the pounding on the pavement, my knee muscles, I need to strengthen them more. And so as I start doing these leg days, there's going to be a lot more movement when it comes to conditioning and strengthening my knees and strengthening my joints. Obviously, I'm doing leg extensions, so on and so forth. But with my additional research, doing more what they call of impact leg work. So that way my knees start to get used to taking more of getting beat up by the terrain, because I mean, just being 300 pounds alone, just walking around or jogging, like that's going to take an impact. So that's definitely a takeaway for me, is the impact piece. Because honestly, I haven't gone to the gym the last 3 or 4 days because actually since the race, so last Sunday, so last 5 days. And trust me, it's messing with my ego, because I'm like, man, like I want to get to the gym, and can I go in there and do chest and everything I need to do? Absolutely. But to be honest with you, like, my knees are kneeing right now. Well, they were. They're better, like definitely better today versus, before. And so what I'm doing is I'm stretching, doing, Tiger Balm, all that. It's just that they feel so tight when I bend my knee, or even like behind my knee feels extremely tight. So, so when I'm walking around, I'm kind of walking around like an ex-athlete, where I'm kind of like just literally like just kind of hunching side to side a little bit. And so, not the most, it's the first 2 days were painful. And so when I'm getting up, getting active, getting out of bed, going to work, like it's not a very comfortable thing. And I attribute that again to, lack of stretching and incorporating more knee strength movements and impact movements as I go forward. And also I got to attribute that to my weight. So, again, my ego is a little bit bruised because just getting in and out of the car right now is like, again, it's better today than it was a few days ago, but it's definitely something that feels like an extreme leg day soreness in my quads, but just around my kneecap. So again, lesson learned, stretching, take care of yourself. So, again, for me, that's one of the bigger takeaways is the stretching piece of it. So again, 1, the hydration, 2, the respect on the difference between and getting outside for more outdoor cardio, and then the stretching piece of it is definitely going to be something that I'm going to integrate, as well as the knee strengthening, because that's going to be important anyways. I've been overweight most of my life, and I'm already taking a pounding on the knees, and so strengthening my knees and doing some more of those impact movements. And so I think that even though it sucks, it's definitely a good lesson learned. That way I can continue to, progress in my fitness journey and overall health, because, I think that I want to be as prepared as I can in that next 5K that we signed up for in December. It's like a Santa Claus themed one. So, again, I want to be more equipped. And so wanted to take a moment and share with you guys my experience. I love to hear your guys' comments in the comments section. Again, we're on the road to 300. I truly appreciate all of those that have checked out the videos, commented on the videos, liked the videos. It's extremely humbling. We're doing this thing together. I love and appreciate you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.